So tonight I'm going to do a short video on how to replace the capacitor on these little microchargers cars. I don't know if you remember them, my kids had them. I ended up buying a whole pack or a whole set of them from the thrift store, and none of the cars work. What happens is this little capacitor goes bad. Oh, come here, you little bugger. That one I already did. But these capacitors, kind of hard to find. I ordered some and they were the wrong size. They were too big. So you have to make sure you get the right size ones, because they'll only fit in there. They're whatever, 6.5 millimeters, and the can I believe is 10 millimeters, a little over 10. .38. So whatever, 6.5 by 10, and they are, I believe they are 2.7 volt, 1 farad, not microfarad, but 1 farad, 1.0 F. You don't get the right ones. 1 farad is a lot of capacity. These are like ultra capacitors. If you get like a 1 microfarad, it ain't even gonna power the motor. So you need to get the right ones. That being said, get it apart here, the car. Hopefully I can zoom in with video editing, but it takes a small Phillips screwdriver, small, and you can't see with that light, but it's a small Phillips. I end up using it's a Phillips or PH 000, and then this little Performix kit I got from Menards actually works out pretty good, and surprisingly I still got all the bits. It's amazing after all these years that I've had it. But yeah, Phillips 000. Two little screws. Also got a soldering iron, solder, flux, a little Brillo pad to clean the soldering iron. But yeah, your 2 screws out, and carefully pull the bottom off. There's the top of your car, here's the bottom of the car. Teeny tiny little bugger. Be careful. Just straighten out the leads here on the capacitors and get the motor. There's a little motor in here and the capacitor. So straighten out the leads on the capacitor. Kind of push them up or pull them up, grab them. It's a little pliers. Kind of wiggle the motor out of there. Careful not to break the leads off the motor. And kind of see how both wires come through that little slot on the side off of the capacitor. Yeah, a little finagling, you'll get it out of there. Maybe take a little needle nose pliers and straighten the kink out of it. Come on. remember which. I broke it off of there. But there's a little marks on the back of the motor. There's a red mark and a. There's no mark. It's a red mark. Obviously goes to the positive side of the capacitor. The negative side of the capacitor should have these little lines, which is the negative. I don't know if they're soldered or they do like a little, some kind of welding. I don't think they're soldered. The other one, I tried to put heat to it to unsolder them and it wouldn't come apart. It's like maybe a arc weld them. So you got to carefully get them wires from the motor off of the old capacitor here. This one, when I was pulling on it, tore off. I don't know if I can take the pliers and maybe break this other one off down here. I want to break it off. There you go, pull it off. So there's the old capacitor. And here's my new capacitor. And I forgot already, but I think the negative. Yeah, the negative. Put it in there. The negative makes a 90-degree out of there. So take it, kind of bend it, grab it with your little needle nose, bend it 90 if you can. That's kind of sloppy, but you want to get it right in that little groove in the car there. Front. Both of them will sit in there. Like so. You can't see that little bugger. But you'll get the picture. Bend it at a 90, eyeball where it comes out to go down through the hole through the chassis. And give it another 90 the other way. There. So I'll give it another little kinky here, like voila. You can see that again. And both your wires should sit in there. Get your negative in there. We're going to kind of kink them about a little bit out. We're going to kink them straight down another 90 to get them to go down the holes in the chassis. Carefully. Got that. All right. Get them out your chassis here. Put your capacitor down there and it'll look like so. And then what you want to do is wrap them up around here. Wrap them up around and then leave like a 1/16 hanging off. Where is my little clip up here? I should have a smaller clippers, but I don't. But leave about leave some above there hanging off. And then bend it right back around in there. Like so. It's going to be hard to see. that. So now take our little motor, get her situated back down in here. And I'm going to do just take a little flux. Toothpick, where's my toothpicks? Oops. Just take a little flux on a toothpick here and kind of just dab where you're gonna solder these the little motor leads back on, or actually we can just dab it on the end of this leads here. Motor leads. Oops. Small little bugger. A little flux on the end. Get it back positioned in there. Might have to bend the wires around a little bit to come in contact with the capacitor leads. Oh. Tiny little stuff to work with here. Get them to touch the leads. And then make sure that one's inside, away from the tire. There we go. Get them lined up there. Come on, baby, get in there. Stay down there. Oops. And take a clean soldering iron here. I use these little stainless tips. Nice and clean, nice tin tip. Get a little solder on there. Go in there and lightly give her a dab of solder. Make sure it sticks. It takes a little bit. Dab of solder will do ya on each of the leads. Looks like they're soldered good. Ah, here we go again. This little tiny thing. I don't know if you can see it. Some light on there. Little buggy. So capacitors in. Trimmed, folded back, soldered, put the body back on. Actually, I got it backwards. Body back on, and then all there is to it. Put these little teeny tiny screws. Helps if you got a magnetic one. Oops. And hopefully it'll work. There we go. Oh, careful. Little buggers. I should set up a track here. goes forever compared to the other one. Let's get a little track set up here. Quick in a hurry. Where is... whatever. Let's put her in there. Butter rip tater chips. There you got it. There was one, now I got two. Oh, crash roomie. Whoa, Wilbur. Oh no, there we go. And there you have it. One microcharger back up in two microchargers. Yeah, wait. Oh man, you get the picture. Voila! I'll put the dimensions, I guess, in the, or the link maybe to where I got the, if I can find the link again where I got the capacitors from. Very simple. Very easy.